If you're not sure if you should buy the new NuoBell S5100 adjustable dumbbells for your at-home space or private training facility, I'm gonna tell you whether you should or not. What's up, folks? It's your boy, Coach Ty, and I am reviewing the brand new NuoBells. I'm gonna tell you if they're good, if they suck, what's great about them, what's not, and again, whether you should buy them or not. Let's get straight into it. Here we go. Let's jump straight to the part you're all here for. Let's not bury the lead, the price. Now, these are $1,100. And I understand that is a ton of money. That's rent for most people. That's 2 car notes for a lot of people. However, I think it's best to compare against other prices that you would spend on dumbbells. So these go from 5 to 100 pounds. You've got a really big range. In order for you to get pairs of dumbbells that go from 5 to 100 pounds, you would spend probably between $3,000 and $4,000, and you don't have a dumbbell rack yet. So that'd be another, I don't know, a few $100s. So price-wise, you're spending 1/3 or maybe even a quarter of the amount of money you would spend otherwise. So in a vacuum, yes, these are very expensive. In comparison to other options, these are pretty cost-effective and economic. And speaking of economic, let's talk about space. So if you've got an at-home gym or you've got like a private training facility where you do one-on-one personal training and you're considering these and you're low on space like most people are at their at-home gyms or private facilities, adjustable dumbbells, generally speaking, are a good idea, and these are a good idea as well. The amount of space you take up having pairs of dumbbells is quite big, and then you need a dumbbell rack. As a matter of fact, I wrote down these numbers. Normal dumbbell rack measures about 8 feet wide and will stick out about 3 feet from the wall. NÜOBELL is about 21 inches high, or excuse me, 21 inches wide and 8 inches high for just the dumbbell. Now, they do have a rack for these where you would sit each dumbbell onto the rack. Those are not available yet for these NuoBells, the brand new S5100s. They are available for the 80 pound version, but they should be out soon. So again, the amount of space you'll be saving yourself that you can put towards other stuff, towards a barbell rack, towards a machine if you want it, towards a bike or treadmill or whatever it might be, is fantastic. So in that regard, again, I'd give them 2 thumbs up. Now let's talk a little bit about quality. Now, these are aluminum and plastic. Plastic always concerns me, especially when we're talking about heavy weights. And also this mechanism here that you use to change the weight, it is very smart and well engineered. However, the big problem with it is if it gets damaged even a tiny bit, you can't use the dumbbell at all anymore. Now, NuoBell does sell replacement parts and things like that, and they also have a warranty, which we'll talk about here in a second. Warranty doesn't cover everything, and obviously you'd have to go through the hell of sending it back, getting a replacement piece, fixing it. So better for them to just last, period. Now, make sure you tune back in because we are going to be doing drop tests on these NuoBells to see if they hold up. 3, 2, 1. Ooh. So keep an eye out for our next video. Speaking of how well engineered these are, again, they go from 5 to 100 pounds, and they do it very quickly. If you saw my last video, my workout video with these, I was able to switch from 5, 10 pounds all the way up as high as 60 and 70 pounds very quickly and continue on with my workout. So what I thought we should do is see just how long it takes to go from 5 to 100 pounds. Let's test this out. All right, here we go. Let's start our timer here in 3, 2, 1, begin. And that's it. So I wasn't counting, but I'm guessing that was less than 10 seconds. You can go from 5 to 100 pounds. That is excellent. You want that, especially if you're only gonna have 2 dumbbells and you wanna be able to cycle through exercises relatively quickly. Going from 5 to 100 that fast is better than what you're gonna find on most adjustable dumbbells. So again, 2 thumbs up. My last compliment before I get to my criticisms is just the look of these. They look premium, they look clean, they've got that nice Nordic minimalist look about these, and so I think they look great. I personally don't really like the look of the adjustable dumbbells with the cages, although the cage does provide some additional stability and durability over time, and I understand that, but the way these look, I love, personally. On to my 2 main criticisms. Criticism number 1 is the knurling on these sucks. Now, knurling, if you don't know, is the diamond pattern on a barbell or a dumbbell that helps you hold on. It's an etching into the metal. The more aggressive the knurling is, the easier it is to hold on to. The less aggressive, the harder it is. Also, if it's more aggressive, it'll be rougher on your hands, of course, and vice versa. Now, I would prefer a more aggressive knurling, making these easier to hold on to, especially at heavier weights. Now, I heard the CEO and head engineer behind these saying that these were mostly for casual use, and that's why the knurling is a little less aggressive. I think this is a bit strange, given that these are $1,100, and I don't know how many casual lifters would be willing to spend $1,100 on a pair of dumbbells. I would guess not many. And also, they go up to 100 pounds. And I don't know how many casual lifters can just lift 100 pounds, even on a big compound move like the goblet squat, for example. So I don't really think that makes too much sense. I would much rather a more aggressive knurling so I could hold on to these better. They start slipping out of your hand pretty easily. And my second criticism, what was my second criticism?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Oh, and my second criticism is the weight distribution. And I'm not speaking horizontally or lengthwise, I'm talking vertically. I first noticed this during our workout video while I was doing some bicep curls. And as I was curling, the bottom of the dumbbell was facing forward and I could feel my hand being pulled downward and my wrist being forced into extension. Same thing happened when I was using these for an overhead press and the bottom of the dumbbell was facing backward. And so again, it was twisting my hand and forcing me into extension, because it seems like the bottom of the dumbbell is more heavily weighted than the top of the dumbbell. It's an issue. It's annoying, it feels strange, but I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. But obviously would be much better if these were more well distributed weight-wise. Real quick, I wanted to make sure to note this while I'm recording. I realized this. I pulled the dumbbell off of the stand and this fell. And this is the second time that's happened where one of these pieces, when pulling the dumbbells off, they get kind of pulled out and will fall. The big problem with this is if you're fatigued and you need to bring the dumbbell back into the stand, you can't put it back. You just can't. So again, just a thing to know. Here's what I want to do now. I want to test how accurate the weight measurement on the dumbbells actually is. It says 15 pounds, but I'm curious if it weighs more or less. And as you go up, if that number gets more or less off. So let's see. So first thing I'm gonna do, stand on the scale here. I am a lightweight. I know you're shocked right now. You thought I weighed 205, but I don't. I'm what's called a manlet. Now we're gonna put this on 15. I'm gonna hold the dumbbell and see what the difference is. So I was 154. I'm holding a 55-pound dumbbell, so that's about right at 170. All right, let's see when we go up to 25, if that goes up another, come on scale. Oh, Christ. There we go. Another 10 pounds. That's about right at 180. Almost. All right, let's go up. Let's bounce up all the way to 50. Oh, shit. All right. I'm getting a little off here. I'm sitting at 204. Actually, no, that's about right. I was 154. This is a 50-pound dumbbell. I'm at 204. All right, that's about right. Last one. Let's try 75. Can I do this math in my head?
No.
To hell with it. I'll edit the numbers into the video later. Oh, Jesus. 227 with the 75-pound dumbbell. So what was I, 154? 220. Is that right? Yeah, it's about 70 pounds, 70-ish pounds. So it's about right. Not exact, of course, but it's in the ballpark. And that's probably more common than you might realize. Most 45-pound plates do not weigh 45 pounds. They don't. And most dumbbells, the number that they have on there, they're just rounding. So that's pretty normal, actually. So, okay, I was just curious. And now we know. All right, one more test. We're going to see if each dumbbell is the same. We just started this on the fly. We're very creative here at MuscleWiki. So I've got both dumbbells set at 25 pounds. Again, I'm gonna stand on the scale. I am 154.4. Remember that number? All right, let's hold the 25. Oh, good. Come on. Right, that has me at 179.4, which is perfect. Let's try the other dumbbell. See if I'm at 179.4. Ooh. Come on, NuoBell. Come on, well engineered. Come on, it's perfect across both. I'm getting tired. I'm not gonna keep doing this. I told y'all I need to do more cardio. Could. Now, done with all that. Our next video, again, is going to be a durability test. So I also figured we could cover in this video the warranty. Warranty is important for obvious reasons, and I have it right here on my phone. Now, with your NÜOBELL purchase, you get a 4-year warranty. Comes with a comprehensive 4-year product warranty valid from date of purchase. If your NÜOBELL develops an issue, we can trace back to a product defect. We'll happily send you a new replacement part. Residential use only. So I guess I would imagine if you're using these in, like, let's say you have a private training facility where you do one-on-one training sessions, this wouldn't be covered. And also other things not covered by the warranty, dropping or slamming damage. This won't be good for us. Wear and cosmetic marks that don't affect use. And using products against recommendations or in unanticipated environments. So I imagine if we live here in the Caribbean and the Cayman Islands, I imagine if we took these to the beach and for some reason the sand affected these, then the warranty would not cover us, for example. So don't use them at the beach or in the snow, or I don't know, I can't think of another example right now, but you get what I'm saying. Yeah, pretty comprehensive warranty. Obviously, they're trying to protect their own interests and keep those profit margins up. I get that, I respect that. So you need to be a little bit careful with how you use these and where. If they do break and you're not covered, you just lost $1,100. I wonder how these also will hold up in more humid environments. I think they would probably be fine because they're mostly plastic and aluminum. My cameraman today is a British fella, and they say the word wrong in that country. It's aluminum, not aluminium. They keep telling me there's an extra I in there, and I won't even look because I'm an American, and that's what we do. But back to the point, again, I don't know how these will hold up in those type of environments, but you know, if these survive the durability test, we're gonna find out. I'm going to take these to the beach, and I'm gonna use them there, and we'll see. Maybe we'll have other people use them and see how they like them. All right, folks. That is it for my review of the NuoBells. Again, more to come. If you are interested in buying these, you can use our promo code. That's MuscleWiki5, all one word, on their website for a 5% discount. I hope this was helpful. I hope this helped you make your decision on whether or not you wanted to buy these. I am Coach Ty with MuscleWiki, and I will see you with the next one. Deuces.